Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of dawn. And he saw that he had not prevailed against him. So he touched the socket of his thigh, and so the socket of Jacob's thigh was dislocated while he wrestled with him. So I'll come back to this later. Then he said, "Let me go, for the dawn is breaking." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." So he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." Then he said, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked him and said, "Please tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" I'm going to come back to this one as well. And he blessed him there. So Jacob named the place Peniel, which means face of God. For he said, "I've seen God face to face, that my life has been delivered." So Jacob is convinced the man was God. And the sun rose upon him just as he crossed, over Penuel, and he was limping on his thigh. Therefore, to this day, the sons of Israel do not eat the sinew of the hip, which is on a socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of Jacob's thigh and the sinew of the hip. Okay, we got it so far? Clearly, this man is God. But let me explain to you what it does not mean. I need you to listen now, and I don't want you to distract me so you can learn sound theology. This does not mean that God became a man. This does not mean that God took on human nature and became a man. I want you to make a distinction between the incarnation, which only happened one time, where the eternal Son, the eternal Word, became man from the Holy Virgin, was conceived in her womb as a true human male baby, and was born as a male baby. That's the only time God became an actual human being, not a human person, a human being, only then. Okay. That's the only time God became man. So what is this? We make a distinction between incarnation, God actually becoming flesh, becoming human, taking on a human nature, and God appearing as a man. In these instances in the Old Testament, God appears as a man without actually becoming human. But these appearances where God appears as a man, he assumes a human body. He manifests a human body that's so real that when you touch it, it's solid. It feels like actual flesh.